Hello, if you haven't visited me before, I'm Maria, welcome. Today's class is a good all-rounder, suitable for all levels. Don't think we're going to ignore the core because the core is included in today's class. So grab yourself a couple of blocks, a blanket, and join me on the mat.
We'll begin in reclined bound angle pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Recline onto your back, bend into your knees and bring the soles of your feet to meet. Allow your knees to relax outward towards the ground. Arms resting either side or maybe on your belly. Allow yourself this time to take a few breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. If your legs find this uncomfortable, you always have the option to soften this pose by placing some blocks under your thighs or knees. Allow your hips to open while stretching into your groin, your thighs and your knees. Take some natural breaths here. Allow yourself to become present and grounded. Let's start to awaken the core. Interlace your fingers behind your head and neck. Take a nice inhale, and on the exhale, lift your chest and shoulders up into a little crunch. Inhale back down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Keep going, linking the movement to your breath. Be guided by what your body feels is right for you, not by ego. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and release back to the earth. Use your hands to guide your knees back up towards the sky. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh by the knee, opening your right hip, with the right knee gently pressing away. Reclined pigeon pose. Stay here or thread your hands through to clasp at your left hamstring or your shin. Gently draw it in towards you. Take a few breaths here. Release your left foot back to the floor if it's not already there. And let's add on to this. Left hand behind your head and neck. Right arm extends out. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale, elbow towards knee, reaching forwards with the right arm. Inhale, return back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Reach and twist. Inhale, return. Let's do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back down and exhale. Turn your right foot to the floor as we prepare to repeat that on the other side. Left foot positions on the right thigh by the knee. Stay here or thread those hands on through, clasping the hamstring or shin. Left knee presses away whilst gently encouraging your right thigh in towards you for a few breaths. Release your right thigh or shin, allowing your right foot to settle back to the floor. Place your right hand behind your head and neck. Left arm extends ahead. Take a nice inhale, exhale, crunch up, right elbow to left knee. Extend your left arm, really reach. Inhale back down, exhale up. Inhale down, elbow to knee, reach and twist. Inhale, release. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. Left foot travels back to the floor, arms reach ahead either side, ready for reclined side to side stretch. Lift your head, chest and shoulders, reach to the left, then the right, left, right, alternating side to side, side to side. 7 more. You've got this. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release back to the floor. Big inhale and exhale. Extend your legs out. Arms reach up and back overhead. Exhale, right leg up. Left hand reaches to the outer side of your right leg. Inhale, back down. Exhale, left leg up. Right arm reaches to the outer side of your left leg. Inhale, back down. Exhale, left arm to right. Inhale, return. Exhale, right arm to left. Return. Alternate side to side, side to side, side to side. Keep alternating. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the earth to take a breath. Let's take a well-deserved bridge pose and stretch out through the chest, neck and spine. Draw your heels in towards your sitting bones, feet hip-width distance apart, arms resting either side. Press your feet into the earth, lift your tailbone up towards your pubis, squeeze into your glutes, lifting your buttocks, hips moving on up, shoulder blades squeezing towards each other. Open and stretch into your chest, neck and shoulders. Squeeze into your inner thighs. Knees stay hip-width distance apart over ankles. Maybe you tuck your shoulders under, intensifying the stretch, and maybe lift your heels, moving up onto your toes. Maintain a steady breath. Take a few more breaths here. Establishing good habits changes the wiring in your brain so that things that seem challenging become almost effortless. Lower your heels back down. If you had your shoulders tucked, untuck them and mindfully, with care, roll back through your spine, releasing your hips and tailbone back to the earth. Draw your knees in towards your chest and give them a good squeeze in. Gently rock side to side. Forwards and back. Before rolling up to seated. Let's come on to our fronts, moving into Sphinx pose. Elbows under shoulders, untuck your toes, pubic bone to the earth. Draw your shoulders back, opening your chest as you lift and shine your chest ahead, stretching through the spine, chest and core. We'll take a few breaths here. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Moving on to our hands and knees into a tabletop pose, ready for cat and cow. Wrists under shoulders, fingers spread wide, knees under hips. Inhale, tailbone up, tummy drops, head lifts. Exhale, tailbone to the earth, arch through the spine, head drops. 2 more in your own breath. Inhale back to neutral. Walk your hands just slightly forwards, tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back as we transition into downward facing dog. Bend into one knee whilst pressing the opposite heel to the floor, alternating from side to side, side to side, taking the dog for a walk. Before pressing both heels towards the earth, tailbone to the sky. Maybe your body isn't ready for heels to meet the floor. A flower doesn't grow in a day. Things take time. Enjoy the journey and be gentle to yourself. Allow a bend in your knees if that's what your body requires. Take your chest to your thighs, tailbone up to the sky, and see if you can open your shoulders, wrapping your arms so that your inner side of your elbows peek ahead. Allow your head to drop, and remember, each day will bring a new stage, new growth. Focus on your breath. Inhale, hips go back. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat, feet hip width distance apart. Inhale into Ardha Uttanasana, standing flat back, half forward fold. Hands to shins, reach your chest forward, tailbone reaches back, crown of the head forwards. With a gentle tuck of the chin, let's take an extra breath here. In and out. Inhale. Exhale, chest to thighs, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Don't hyperextend through your knees. Allow a gentle bend. And if they need a little more, show yourself kindness and provide it. Once again, taking an extra breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Place your hands to your hips. Inhale, lift your chest. Extend through your spine all the way to standing. Arms reach for the sky. Exhale, arms to your sides, palms shining forwards. Into Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, your arms back up. Clasp your right wrist with your left hand. Exhale, lean and side stretch to the left, stretching into the right external oblique. Take a breath in and out. And then inhale back up to center. Release the wrist, arms extend out to the sides. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist to the left. Take a breath in and out through the nose. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, return forward facing. Inhale, arms up, reach, clasp your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale, side stretch to the right, feeling a stretch through your left side. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, return to center, release your wrist, arms extend to the sides. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist to the right. Another breath here, in and out. Inhale, spinal length. Exhale, return, forward facing. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands meet ahead of your heart. Let's flow. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward fold, chest to thighs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half standing forward fold, standing flat back, create length through the spine. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back to plank pose. Fingers spread wide, shoulders over wrists, core to spine, head to toe resembling a plank of wood. Option to lower the knees, lower down slowly to the earth. Inhale, cobra, chest lifts, heart forwards, shoulders back. Draw your elbows into your sides. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go back, tailbone to the sky, chest to thighs. Inhale, send those hips back just a little more. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, standing flat back, tailbone reaching back, crown reaching forwards. Exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, rise up to Tadasana, mountain pose, arms reach up. Exhale, hands meet ahead of the heart. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half standing forward fold. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank pose. Vinyasa, lower to the earth with strength. Inhale, Cobra, stretching through your chest, lungs, shoulders and abdomen. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips go back to downward facing dog, chest to thighs. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, standing flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, rise on up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, hands meet ahead of the heart. Again, I hear you say. In that case, inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half standing forward fold, standing flat back. Exhale, step back to plank pose, lower to the earth with strength. Inhale, Cobra, big stretch, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go back, chest to thighs. Okay, this is where we make a change. Step your right foot to the top of the mat to the inner side of your right hand. Runner's lunge. Right knee over ankle. Allow gravity to draw your hips towards the earth. Feel the stretch through your inner thigh. Strengthen them, squeezing them to the center. Left hand stays grounded. Lift your right arm to the sky. Easy twist. Shoulder back as we twist and open up the chest. Breathe through each pose. Right hand returns to the floor. Turn your back foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. Right knee stays over the ankle. Settle your right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm moves on up to the sky, extended side angle. Press the outer edge of your back foot to the ground. Strong foundation. Allow your hips to be drawn by gravity towards the earth. Enjoy the sensations you are feeling. Breathe into them. Open your chest to the sky. Stay here, or maybe you choose to place your right hand to the floor on a block, to the inner side of your right foot, or maybe to the outer side. You choose. It's your practice, your journey. Your body may not ask for this and may question, why are you doing this? Are you crazy? And that's fine. Listen to your body, not your ego. I really can't say that enough. Take small steps and over time enjoy the changes that take place. Maybe reach your right arm ahead, take a breath before returning your arm back up. Let's travel to Warrior Two. Inhale, lift the torso, arms extend out, right knee still over ankle, lining up with your toes. Take your gaze over your right arm. Take a couple of breaths here. If your shoulders aren't already over your hips, take them there. Inhale, straighten your right leg, arms reach up to the sky, connect your palms. Exhale, back to Warrior Two. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, sink it deep, arms extend, Warrior Two. Inhale, right palm to the sky. Exhale, slide your left hand down your back leg, right arm reaches up and over as we glide into Reverse Warrior. Stay here or maybe clasp your right wrist with your left hand. Deepen and create a little more space through your torso. Release your wrist if you had it held and return to Warrior Two. Let's prepare for pyramid pose. Narrow your stance slightly. Align your heels. Turn your back foot to the left slightly, maybe a 45-degree angle. Rotate your pelvis, squaring it to the front of the mat. Hands move to the hips. Imagine you have a block in between your thighs. Squeeze your thighs together as if gripping the block tightly. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Give your shoulder blades a little squeeze towards each other. Exhale your torso forwards, parallel to the floor. Rest your hands to the floor, either side of your front foot. And don't forget, you always have the option to use blocks to bring the ground closer to you. Can you feel the stretch in your hips and hamstrings? Take a breath here. Option to stay here for a couple more breaths. Or inhale, length through the spine. Exhale, take your chest towards your thigh. Steady, calm breaths. Place your hands to your hips. Inhale, length through your spine as you lift and return your torso parallel to the mat. Exhale all the way back up. Return to warrior two, keeping the slightly closer stance. Take a breath as we set up for triangle pose, the 3-angle posture. Straighten your front leg, hips head back. Inhale, right arm reaches ahead. Exhale, slide your right hand down your right leg as your left arm reaches up to the sky. Take your time to settle into your variation of triangle. Your hand may be on your shin or slide lower towards your ankle. Maybe your fingers rest to the floor. Your variation of this pose doesn't have to look like mine. Be in alignment with yourself to have the correct alignment of triangle pose. Making gentle adjustments as you go. Open your left chest to the sky, rotating your torso up. Your neck will advise you whether to look down, straight ahead, or straight up. Listen to what it tells you. Here comes another challenge. Bend into your right knee and collect your block, placing your block to the floor about 12 inches ahead of your front foot, underneath your shoulder. Hand rests gently on the block. Set your weight into your right leg and straighten it on up. Extend your left leg back, heel pressing behind you. Extend your heart forwards, hips open to the left, arm reaches up to the sky. Open your chest to the sky, half moon. Meet this pose with kindness and compassion. You will wobble, you may fall. It's all good. We need to fall to learn. Just as in life, get back up and go again, showing strength by continuing to practice and grow. Keep your gaze down, or you may choose to take your gaze to the left or up to the sky. Calm breaths here. Gently bend into your right knee and glide your left leg back and down, reintroducing your foot to the earth, torso rising back up as we return to warrior two. Windmill those hands forwards, hips forwards. Hands meet the earth, step back to downward facing dog. Let's take a few nice deep breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. In and out. Let it all out. One more, in and out. Let's glide forwards and take a plank, shoulder over wrists. Spread your fingers wide, spread your shoulders, create a line all the way from the heels to the crown. Draw your core into the spine for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips go back to downward facing dog. Take another breath. In and out. Ready to repeat the sequence on the other side. Step the left foot to the top of the mat to the inner side of your left hand, runner's lunge, opening up and sinking into the hips. Feeling this not only in your inner thigh and hips, but also hamstring. Keep a nice line of energy through the spine. Right hand roots to the earth, left arm reaches for the sky. Rotate your chest to the sky as your shoulder moves up and back. Easy twist. Take time to check your alignment, stacking one shoulder over the other. Front knee staying over the ankle. Left hand returns to the floor. Moving to extended side angle. Right foot plants parallel to the back edge of the mat, left forearm to your left thigh. Right arm greets the sky and introduces your chest once again. Feet grounded, allow your hips to sink. Check in with your breath. Is it calm? Focused? Press the outer edge of your back foot firmly to the earth. Stay here or place your left hand to the floor, inner or outer side of your left foot. You choose, and remember, you can always use a block. There's no need to force yourself into any position. Be patient, honour your body, knowing you are where you should be. Maybe extend your right arm ahead and reach. Take a breath. And then return it to the sky. Inhale, lift the torso up, arms reach out into warrior two. Gaze moves out over your left arm. Breathe and glide your shoulders back over your hips, front knee over ankle. Inhale, straighten your left leg, arms travel to the sky, palms meet. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, left palm to the sky. Exhale, right hand slides down your back leg, left arm reaches up and over, reverse warrior. Maybe clasp your left wrist with your right hand, encouraging a little more stretch. Feel the space created. Release your wrist if you had it held and return to warrior two, ready for pyramid pose. Narrow your stance slightly and align your heels. Turn your back foot to the right slightly. Hips square forwards, hands to hips. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend from the hips, torso forwards, parallel to the floor. Hands frame your front foot. Remember, you can always use a block. Using props is a sign of strength, not weakness. Allow yourself time to evolve safely, mindfully. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold your chest to the thigh. Place your hands to your hips. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, taking your torso parallel to the mat. Exhale all the way back up. Return to warrior two. Enjoy a breath as we set up for triangle pose. Straighten your front leg. Hips go back. Inhale. Left arm reaches ahead. Exhale, slide your left hand down your left leg as your right arm reaches up to the sky. Find your variation, not mine, making any little adjustments on the way. Then settle in, draw your right shoulder back. Imagine there's a wall right behind you and you're trying to touch both shoulder blades to the wall. Steady breaths. Right hand moves to the hip. Bend into your left knee, collect a block, placing it 12 inches ahead of your front foot and settle your hand upon it underneath your shoulder. Straighten your left leg, right leg lifts and extends back, heel reaching behind you, heart reaching ahead. Hips open to the right. Reach your right arm up to the sky, half moon once again. Gaze down to the right or straight up. This is a challenging pose, but meet the challenge knowing that you are giving it your all by just having a go. Create a gentle bend in your left knee. Glide your right leg back to the ground. Easier said than done. Torso rising back up, returning to warrior two. Windmill those arms, hips turning to the top of the mat. Hands meet the floor. Step back to downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. One more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, hips go back, exhale, step or jump forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, standing flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, hands meet ahead of the heart. Inhale, move your hair from your eyes, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, hips go back. Exhale, lower your knees to the floor, untuck your toes. Keep your hips above your knees and walk your hands forwards. Rest your forehead to the floor into extended puppy pose. Inhale, reach forwards, arms active, elbows off the floor. Exhale, reach your hips back. Your chest melts towards the earth. Feel the stretch in your shoulders as well as through your spine. Feel the movement of your breath travel through your spine. Use your hands to guide you back up onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift those hips up and back into downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up into three-leg dog. Bend and glide your knee forwards, settling it just behind your right wrist. Your shin may be parallel to the top edge of the mat, which doesn't work for me, or your heel may move closer towards your groin. Slide your left leg back and settle in. We have arrived at pigeon pose. It's important that your hips are balanced, not leaning or tilting to the right. If they are, use a blanket or block to place under the right hip seat for support. This will also protect the knee from injury. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold, stopping at the point that works within your body. Maybe you join me resting your head to the back of your hands. Or maybe you're still upright. It's all good. We'll take about 8 breaths here. Use your hands to guide you back up and step back to downward facing dog. Maybe tread through your feet for a few steps, alternating from side to side. Inhale, left leg rises into three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee behind left wrist. Shin parallel to the top of the mat or heel in towards groin. Do what works for you. Right leg slides back. One side may feel completely different to the other. That's normal. Maybe use props under your left seated hip. Inhale, create spinal length. Exhale, fold forwards and settle for about 8 more breaths. Use your hands to guide you back up. Press and step back to our last downward facing dog of today's practice. Move in any way that feels good to you. Lower your knees to the earth. Crawl forward slightly and cross your ankles. Roll back to seated, sitting bones to the floor. Uncross your legs and recline onto your back. Draw your knees in towards your chest, giving them a big squeeze in. Keep your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg out. Right arm reaches out to the right. Exhale, left hand guides your right knee to the left, laying spinal twist. Take a few breaths here, allowing your spine to hydrate and realign. Return to center. Left knee draws in, right leg extends out. Left arm reaches out to the side. Exhale, right hand guides your left knee to the right. Spinal twist on the other side. Allow yourself time to breathe. Let's all return to center. Extend your legs out, being generous with space. Allow your arms to take up plenty of space either side of your body. Palms facing up to the sky. Allow your eyes to close, your muscles to relax, and your breath to follow its own natural cycle as we take a well-deserved Shavasana. This is a time for stillness. Allow rejuvenation to take place, tension to lift and depart. Just breathe and be. This is where I will leave you today. If you have time on your side, stay here for a few more minutes. But for me, today's class has come to an end. I would like to thank you all for joining me for today's practice. Now take the strength, the calm, the patience, and kindness into your day. Maybe even take the time to subscribe and show your support. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.